Happy President's Day. And so I have my Teddy Roosevelt. This is the only presidential t-shirt that I have, which is kind of crazy, but I love this shirt. And so happy President's Day. And on President's Day, we celebrate George Washington and Abraham Lincoln's birthday. And so I got this set from Michael. And so I am very excited to put this one together to celebrate President's Day, where we have the Lincoln Memorial. So I'm going to put it together and I'll show you guys. And here we have our Lego Lincoln Memorial. And so it's quite small and I kind of like it, right? It can fit in the palm of my hand, which I enjoy. So that means there's not as much space that it's going to take up. But it was cool. And like I've mentioned, it's cool to be able to read about some of the history of the architecture of the buildings as you're going through it, because I am a history teacher and I really like learning about some of the facts, especially with how some of these buildings come to be made. And so one of the things I thought was very interesting is that there are supposed to be like 36 columns around representing how many states there were when Abraham Lincoln was assassinated. And so you can't really see inside except for through these, but you can take off this little top part. So this glass part where you can have the light shine in. And so inside you can see Abraham Lincoln sitting in there. And then I believe it would be on this side that you have the Gettysburg Address on, talking about maintaining our nation together, which I think is really cool. And so if you've ever been to Washington, D.C., that's one of the cool things you can do. If you look at the Lincoln Memorial, is you can walk inside and see that. And so right in front of it, you'd have the whole kind of waterway, and then you have the Washington Monument at the end of it. And so it's cool to have at least one part of that. And so there's not a lot of pieces in this. I think there was like less than 300. So I don't know how much this was originally when it came out. Probably would guess around $20 or $30, which would have been a steal back in the day. I know that this is quite a bit more expensive now since it's a retired set, but I do appreciate how small it is. And like we saw with the United Nations set, you have a lot of different materials all around the United States, which made it really kind of uniting for saying that we are one nation once again. And so talking about some things from Colorado and then from Massachusetts and from Tennessee and Alabama. It was cool that they had a lot of different parts, a lot of different materials to help make this more of a monument that talks about the entirety of the United States and the saving of it. And so I hope you guys had a great President's Day, whether you had it off or not, honoring the United States presidents that we've had. So I was able to make the Lego Lincoln Memorial, and I'll have this in my classroom and can use it to teach. But I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you guys next time.